Hey guys, this is Superior Wolf doing another audio commentary. Hopefully you enjoyed my last one. I think it was higher quality than normal, so a little bit better for your viewing pleasure. So right now we're going to have a Protoss versus Terran on the map Destination. This is between two Korean pro gamers. I think they might be amateur Koreans, I'm not quite sure. But regardless, they are very good players. We have KwAkSa as the teal Protoss spawning in 12 o'clock. And we have Start, the blue Terran, spawning at 6 o'clock. So since this is Destination, a couple things about this map are that the Protoss seem to have a little bit of a favoring on this map statistically. However, this map is very, very annoying for both players. It's very significant if on these two ramps, if you get it contained here, it's going to be very hard to break for either player, just because both these ramps are very, very hard, or both these bridges are very, very hard to cross because they're so narrow. You also have a lot of other bridges all the way across the map, and this kind of makes flanking a little bit harder, but since you have so many routes, you can still go all the way around and flank from the back. So overall, pretty decent map. Seems fairly balanced, and so far we see a fairly standard opening. So Start is getting a wall in right here, and 10 gate is going up for the Protoss KwAkSa. First scouting probe is now coming out, and I have to say, when a Terran walls in like this, usually they may be going for something that's not as standard. They could be going for 2-fact, or they could be going for fast dropships, anything weird like that, just so your opponent can't get into scout. But it looks like KwAkSa will be able to get into scout anyways, so he'll probably do a very, very standard 1-rax expand, or 1-fact expand. This probe is just going to try and harass this SCV a little bit. So right now it's up to see what the Protoss player is going to do. Our cybernetics core is now going up. We'll want to see if he gets range, or if he's going to go straight to reavers, something like that, which will decide how the game is played out, because the Protoss generally will make the first move and first aggression in this matchup. The Terran is a little bit more passive, I feel. So first factory is now going down. At this point, it's going to be important for KwAkSa to keep this probe alive until he can see how many SCVs are mining that refinery. If there's only one SCV mining the refinery, it's almost certainly one factory expand with command center, fake double. If there's 2 SCVs, then it might be a siege expand, and if there's 3 SCVs, it's probably a 2-fact or some gas heavy something. But a great move there by Start, blocks the probe's route with a supply depot, and now we can see 2 SCVs are being pulled right now, and it was crucial to get that probe because now he's going to be able to 1-rax or 1-factory expand fairly easily without the Protoss player knowing really what's going on. So KwAkSa is kind of in the dark right now. He's getting range right now, and 2 Dragoons. So KwAkSa is a little bit in the dark, and he's gonna have to focus on getting this SCV dead with this Dragoon. But since there's only one SCV mining gas, we know that Start is going to be doing a fast expansion, and you can see he's already got an SCV ready here to make that command center. So SCV looks like it's just about to get picked off, and there it goes. And now at this point, the Protoss player, KwAkSa, can choose what tech choice he'd like to do. And now we see a Citadel of a Dune, so we're definitely going to be seeing some Dark Templar harassment very, very early in this game. And KwAkSa already has 2 Dragoons out. He's going to get that second gate right now. And when the Templar archives is finished, he's going to be able to make 2 Dark Templars to come out. So now 2 Dragoons are now moving down to the bottom of the map. At this point, we have to see how Start will defend this. Usually you get the engineering bay for reverse anyways, so we'll have to see if he can intuit that Dark Templars are a big possibility that might be coming very soon. So Templar archives going up, and these 2 Dragoons coming in to harass. 2 Marines and a tank coming out, but the tank is gonna get sniped. It's gotta back off. It can't get sniped because that first tank is absolutely crucial to defend the fast expansion. But no, the tank goes down, and this Dragoon is going to come into the base and see what exactly is going on. He's going to get a ton of scouting done. That tank looks like it's going to chase it down, but no, SCVs start SCVs are blocking the tank's route, and right now KwAkSa is doing a very nice job keeping this Dragoon alive, tricking the tank and getting stuck. That tank keeps getting stuck in those SCVs, and now this Dragoon is, if it gets out of here, it's going to be a very, very nice scout. And now it sees an engineering bay as well, and this Dragoon is actually going to get out. That is a very, very nice move there, and it's going to provide very crucial information for KwAkSa. And KwAkSa takes an early lead by sniping that tank at the cost of only 1 Dragoon. That's going to be very, very beneficial to him when his Dark Templar come out and come to harass, because there's just going to be 1 less tank. So it's going to be very effective. Expansion now going up and has been ready for start, and expansion is just starting for KwAkSa right now. A couple more Dragoons going to come down, and a Zealot. Their goal is, since he saw that engineering bay, his goal is going to be able to try and take out maybe a tank, or maybe take out some turrets. And there goes the first turret. You don't want to make that turret so far out, because it's going to be very, very hard to defend. And here comes the Zealot soaking up the tank shots, seeing what's going on, seeing how many tanks there are. And now these Dragoons are going to come in and pick off this missile turret. Supply depot going up here, that's not a missile turret. And this missile turret is going to go down because these Dragoons do have range. And there's going to be no detection, and the Dark Templars are already on the way. This is going to be a very, very hard thing to defend for start. He's got to keep that missile turret alive. But looks like KwAkSa is deciding to go for the tanks instead. He might be trying to go for an early kill with Dragoon aggression, but I think he should really take out the SCV as soon as possible. He does not want that turret going up, and that turret looks like it. He's leaving that turret just barely finished. She should have taken that out. He should have picked that off. But now the detection's up, and Dark Templars are not going to be able to do too much more damage. I feel that he should have been able to take that turret. I mean, if he did that, he would have had a lot easier time dealing with this. He takes out the turret, but both Dark Templars are now down. However, it was fairly effective because KwAkSa did do some economic damage. He killed a couple of SCVs, some tanks, and a couple turrets, and now he's going to be able to get his 3rd expansion fairly easily. Right now he has a very, very low unit count. However, it's not really going to be that big of a deal, because the threat of the Dark Templars is more than enough to start staying in his base. Even though he has 4 tanks already, he can't really move out without risking a lot of tanks, because he doesn't have mobile detection like a scanner yet. So he could actually push out with some turrets, SCVs making turrets, but he's going to play it safe and stay in his base. While KwAkSa gets his 3rd base up and running, and got 4 gates now. So KwAkSa is going to start getting his economy up, and he did take a fairly early lead with that Dark Templar harass. Didn't do too much damage with that, but it was more than enough to make it worthwhile. Scouting SCV is going to come up over on this side of the map, and 2 Dragoons are going to move down and just make sure the Terran doesn't move out, because if the Terran moves out, these Dragoons will be able to see it, and KwAkSa will be able to respond immediately. So it looks like both players are getting set up for a macro game. Early upgrades going up for KwAkSa. He really wants those crucial upgrades, which will help him battle the tanks. He's also got the observatory coming as well. So you can see he's already climbed multiple tech trees. He's got the Dark Templar, and he's got the observers coming out, and he's also got fast upgrades coming up. Scouting SCV is going to get picked off before it sees anything though. And we see right now, looks like Start is cutting some SCVs, or maybe he's just forgetting. Oh no, he's making a scanner. So at this point we can see him add more factories. Probably up to 6 would be the ideal number. We only see 4 gateways, so right now it's 4 gateways versus 4 factories, and so KwAkSa is gonna have to be able to play. He's gonna have to play a little bit passively. Right now, turret was killed, so that Start can now start moving out. He's moving out with these tanks, and these Dragoons are gonna see it. Hopefully they don't go down. Their shields are picked off. 1 Dragoon goes down. This Dragoon's also gonna go down, and that's just a pretty big cost. 2 Dragoons just to see your opponent moving out. It's pretty big. Costs quite a lot. So right now we see KwAkSa does have some units, but he does not really have that much. He has speed zealots have been upgraded, but mines are also coming out, and he's gonna have to play this he has to play this perfectly. These tanks are not gonna siege. They're gonna come in and try and pick off these dragoons without siege mode, and now these zealots have to soak up these mines, and the dragoons are gonna have to retreat. There's just not enough forces for him to defeat that amount of tanks. But some reinforcement zealots are coming in, and it's going to look like it's going to be really hard for KwAkSa to defend against this. But now with the reinforcement of these zealots, I think he will be able to defend from this. And these zealots are going to start chasing these tanks away. So very, very nice defense by KwAkSa. Looked like he was almost in trouble there. He almost couldn't, I mean, if he didn't micro well